Sawadee-ka, thank you for joining us on Newsline. We're broadcasting live on NBT, Radio Thailand FM 88, and on NBT World. It's Tuesday, March 17th of 2015, and I'm Sandra Hanutsaha. Welcome to today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. In our first story, the Prime Minister has expressed readiness to respond to calls from the businesses interested in investing in the special economic zones. Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha said that his meeting with the Special Economic Zone Policy Committee on Monday discussed the privileges and the roadmap for the development of each Special Economic Zone, or SEZ, that calls for the placement of various industrial groups within one area. General Prayut said that by putting various activities from several sectors, from manufacturing to tourism and agriculture, more jobs and careers can be created in a single Special Economic Zone. He added that the meeting also discussed investment by the private sector in order to promote competition and strengthen the industry. Concerning investors' worries about the guarantee for their investment while Thailand remains under martial law, Prime Minister Prayut said that he has agreed to consider the issue after his government already set up a new fund for tourists to assure their safety, adding that a similar measure should be possible for implementation as well. The Prime Minister has reserved the right to make the final decision on the public referendum for the new constitution. General Prayut Chan-o-cha, the Prime Minister, said that whether or not a public referendum will be conducted after the drafting of the new charter is completely up to him. Prime Minister Prayut said that because the public referendum is not mandatory under the provisional charter put into effect after the military coup last May, no one should worry about the future or this particular point. However, the Prime Minister has assured that he will not allow the new draft charter to be completed in vain. General Prayut added that if the new draft charter is not approved, a new constitution drafting committee will be set up while the process will be different, although he declined to discuss it. The Constitution Drafting Committee, or CDC, has received a petition from the Thailand 58 group asking the committee to reconsider its provisions regarding the origins of the new Prime Minister and senators. CDC spokesperson Kamnun Sithisaman received the petition from Mr. Akarakrit Nunjan, who asked the CDC to reconsider the provision allowing for a person from outside the political sphere to assume the premiership in the case of a political crisis. Mr. Akarakrit reasoned that an unelected prime minister will not be in touch with the concerns of voters and will not garner international legitimacy, especially at a time when Thailand is poised to enter the ASEAN Economic Community. In addition, Mr. Akarakrit believes the new House of Representatives will likely disapprove of the origins of the Prime Minister and senators, resulting in another costly and time-consuming process of repealing the provisions. The National Legislative Assembly has scheduled the date to discuss the impeachment of former commerce ministers and a former government official who have been found guilty of financial losses incurred from the controversial rice subsidy program. NLA President Phonphet Vichit-Cholachai said that the legislature will convene on April 2nd to deliberate the impeachment of former Commerce Minister Bunsong Teriyapirom, former Deputy Commerce Minister Phum Saraphon, and former Director General of the Foreign Trade Department Manat Soiploy. The National Anti-Corruption Commission found all three men guilty of causing financial damages to the government and abuse of power in relation to the implementation of the rice subsidy program. Mr. Ponpet said that the deliberation of the impeachment of 250 former members of Parliament who were involved in the illegal amendment of the previous constitution is yet to be scheduled, as the NLA still awaits the case from the NACC. The president of the National Reform Council, or NRC, has ordered members of the reform body to work without a day off between April 20th and April 26th. Upon the order issued by NRC President Tianchai Kiranan, Reform Council members on April 20th to 26th will be deliberating the first draft of the new charter, which will be proposed by the Constitution Drafting Committee, or CDC. During the period, other meetings will be called off to allow all members to take part in the deliberation. The meeting will be held every day from the morning until the evening. He said the CDC is scheduled to submit the first draft of the charter by April 17th. International trade promotion offices abroad have been tasked with implementing the Ministry of Commerce's export-driving strategy that calls for proactive approaches in 4 aspects. General Chachai Sarikalaya, the Minister of Commerce, handed down his policy to the commercial attachés stationed at the more than 60 international trade promotion offices abroad on Monday. The minister stressed adherence to the strategy that involves proactive management of rice and farm products, cost of living, the driving of exports, and the integration into the ASEAN Economic Community. General Chachai emphasized that in order for exports to be stimulated, new markets must be penetrated and trade opportunities must be expanded constructively. He noted that the International Monetary Fund has reduced its projection for global economic growth in the year 2015 to 3.5%, and the economies of Thailand's main trading partners were growing at reduced rates. These factors have been weighing on Thai exports, according to the minister. In addition to working harder to promote Thai businesses' endeavors abroad, General Chachai also called for commercial attachés to be more business-minded and to forge closer ties with businessmen in their respective countries. Minister of Natural Resources and Environment Dapong Ratanasuwan has called for more stringent enforcement of the law to deter slash-and-burn practices contributing to the haze pollution in the north. General Dapong was in Chiang Mai to inspect the haze situation in the districts of Jom Thong, Majam, and Samung, where the air particulate matter readings have exceeded the acceptable level. After his aerial inspection, the minister had a meeting with representatives of relevant agencies from 10 northern provinces to seek measures to alleviate the haze blanketing the north. General Dapong told meeting participants gathered at Chiang Mai City Hall that more stringent law enforcement was needed to deter burning. On Monday, the haze blanketing the runway at Chiang Mai Airport caused 4 flights to be diverted. 2 aircraft diverted to Chiang Rai's Ma Pha Luang Airport, whereas the other 2 returned to their departure airports, Don Mueang and Suvarnabhumi. It was reportedly the first time this year that pilots landing aircraft at Chiang Mai Airport decided not to land because of the hampered runway visibility caused by the haze. Though Thailand is one of the leading producers of herbal cosmetics in the world market, its manufacturing technology still lags behind that of many other high-innovation countries. The Ministry of Science and Technology is therefore pooling assistance from 14 research institutes under its supervision to assist in improving the quality of the Thai herbal cosmetics. And Kun Suchani Rungmanpon has the details for us.
Thailand has been a leader in producing herbal cosmetics for the world's market for over 30 years. The main market of Thai herbal products is Europe and ASEAN countries. Most of the producers are SMEs, who still lack the know-how concerning high standards of manufacturing. Realizing these problems, the Ministry of Science and Technology has announced its readiness to help boost the value and quality of Thai herbal cosmetics for the private sector by inventing new technologies, as well as inviting producers to conduct a joint research with them.
Technology-wise, we are certainly prepared to cooperate and help assist. On the financial side, there are many schemes underway at the moment. Some are on grant basis, especially for the startups. Some are on the taxation scheme. If SMEs or companies are willing to put in investment in research for their own products, we allow for them to deduct their corporate income tax threefolds, meaning they put in 1 million, they can deduct 3 million.
One of the ongoing projects of the ministry is a cosmetics pilot plant scheme developed by the National Nanotechnology Center, an agency on nanotechnology development operating under the ministry.
So the Ministry of Science and Technology is by the Nanotech Center is creating the pilot plants where we allow the companies to work with us to co-develop their products and produce a product in small quantities based on certain standards. So the companies can use these products during the launch phase, where they can test whether consumers like it and whether they would decide to go for full-scale manufacturing.
This plan will serve as a research and consultation hub, as well as a quality check service provider to analyze the product's quality and safety standards before forwarding them for certification and registration procedures. Sushani Rumanpon reporting.
Thank you to Sushani for that report. And Thailand is ready to host Constech 2015 to showcase the construction industry's innovations and technologies and attract more business partners from ASEAN countries. And it's Kun Niranut Traitakwanit who has more for us.
The Thailand International Construction Machinery, Equipment and Technology Exhibition 2015, or Constech 2015, is an annual industry gathering and marketplace for international suppliers to showcase their latest machinery, equipment, and tools to attract key decision makers from the construction industry. As it will be organized in Thailand, the event is aimed at promoting the Thai construction industry to the global community. It is considered a good opportunity for entrepreneurs, property owners, and engineers to check out new technologies that will facilitate them in developing their businesses, managing costs, and reducing reliance on labor. Within the event, there will be more than 400 companies and brands from around the world exhibiting a vast range of construction and mining machinery and equipment. More than 5,000 traders, industry players, and decision makers from Thailand and neighboring countries are expected to visit the event. As part of the event, there will also be a seminar under the topic of Techniques for Infrastructure Monitoring and Maintenance by distinguished guest speakers from Thailand Concrete Association and government agencies.
Regarding with the event is a Constech. Constech is presented by TCA so many years, and this year is about the right time that because of the Thai government will invest a lot of money to the infrastructure, which we think that to coming up this to serve this matter, Constech is need to show and to present to all the Thai contractor. Even the foreigner can show themselves. For the Thai contractor, they can learn about the technology, they learn about the equipment, they learn that how know-how, and also so many things that are coming in and show that maybe save the cost, save the money to construct, and also for the foreigner that they come to Thailand, they can present themselves what the new technology they have, what is suitable to construction in Thailand, and also for them to know, to show us that how the Thai contractors can save costs.
Constech 2015, where visitors can enjoy a comprehensive showcase of world-class machinery, equipment, and cutting-edge technologies for the construction and mining industries, is scheduled to be held during 27th to 29th of March 2015 at Hall 728 Impact Mueang Thong Thani. I'm Niranut Traijakwanit reporting.
Thank you to Kuninaru for that report, and that is the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. It's time for us to take a break, but we do have the exchange rates and commodity prices for you, and we'll return with more news.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. The 8th core value: maintaining discipline and respectfulness of the law and the elderly.
How could you do that to me? Stop it! Huh? Don't you get it? I don't need you anymore.
I just thought...
Enough! We're through. There's someone else in my life.
Say no to the past. Bring your own bag. Say no to plastic.
NBT World, a 24-hour English language television service operated by the National News Bureau of Thailand, or NNT, is designed to bring the most reliable information about Thailand to the international community. NBT World is available on various platforms, including via C-band set-top boxes, GMMZ Channel 202, PSI Channel 272, and a live stream on thainews.prd.go.th/newsing. You can also follow us on facebook.com/NNT News or download the PRD News EN application on your smartphones. NBT World, a vision of Thailand.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline, and on to more news. A seminar named Cyber Attack, Economic Crime in the No Boundaries Age of ASEAN addresses private business and public sectors to be more aware of cyber crimes that are not only financially destructive for businesses, but can also ruin the whole economy and other building blocks of a country. And Kun Lisanari Wichit Sorasat has the report.
With the coming AAC starting on December 31st, ASEAN regions need to be aware of cyber attack crimes that might become an obstacle in constructing future projects in ASEAN that largely depends on digital data and communication to survive. In terms of the ASEAN region's risks, Chaichana Mitpan, Deputy Executive Director of Electronic Transactions Development Agency, or ETDA, says malware such as virus, worm, and Trojan will still be a big threat in the future, especially with financial transactions for business that has a high threat of hackers stealing organizations and personal information. Mr. Chaitna said that in Thailand, there are currently 2 laws enacted, which is the Electronic Transaction Act, which allows electronic transactions to be conducted, and the second, the Computer-Related Crime Act, which laid down the groundwork for cyber criminals to be punished. Currently, 2 laws are being considered to safeguard the cyber system in Thailand. He spoke at a seminar on cyber attack economic crime in the No Boundaries Age of ASEAN this Thursday.
But we still need more laws. And actually, at the moment, there are 2 bills being considered at the Council of the State. They are the cybercrime law and the data protection law. These 2 laws will help create the trustworthy environment for the secure electronic transactions and help prevent crimes. And in particular, when the crime occurs, the 2 laws will help mitigate the risk, the impact, and can help international community work on the same ground and same basis.
Also, for ASEAN cybersecurity, ETDA has created 2 projects, which are the Electronic Authentication Framework for ASEAN and the Critical Information Infrastructure Protection.
We have already completed 1 project. We did a study for electronic authentication framework for ASEAN. That is to lay the ground for the authentication mechanism for cross-border transactions. When this is in place, we know who is doing the transactions, who is on the other side of the transactions, and that would help reduce the crime when we do transactions cross-border. The second one that we are doing is the critical information infrastructure protection. That includes, utilities, energy sectors, financial sectors. We have to protect this infrastructure. If this infrastructure are corrupted due to the cybercrime, then the country might come to a stop, and the economic development might be slowed down.
Mr. Chaitna added that ASEAN needs to prevent cyber crimes and learn how to mitigate risk and impact of cyber attacks. Listener Wishit Sarsat reporting.
And in other news, thousands of comic book fans got decked out in their best fancy dresses in London on Sunday for one of the UK's biggest celebrations of sci-fi culture. The London Super Comic Book Convention saw fans donning hugely elaborate costumes in homage of their favorite comic, sci-fi, and Disney characters. The annual event is now in its 4th year and is the biggest comic-themed event in the UK. Fans call the dressing up cosplay, a mix of the words costume and play, and see it as a form of performance art. The climax of the event at London's Excel Centre was the London Super Costume Championship, billed as the biggest independent cosplay competition in Europe. It saw 52 entries from fans hoping to be judged as having the best costume and on-stage performance for a panel of judges chaired by professional American cosplayer Yaya Han. The eventual winner was Roz Cobbold, a 25-year-old retail worker from Portsmouth in southern England, also known as Ursula from the Broadway version of The Little Mermaid. And that is it for today's edition of Newsline. If you have any comments or suggestions, do email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook by simply typing in NNT, and you can check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/newsing. We're saying goodbye today with some footage of a rare species of stingray being found in Phuket. I'm Sandra Han Saha for Newsline. Have a great day. Sawadee ka.